They do nothing all day but sit around and watch television, which, it's a cartoon, right? They sit around and watch sports on TV and eat junk food. And they finally realize one day that there's something missing. But it turns out it's not woman, it's pizza. This is just another illustration of our ambivalence about each other, men and women, and our long-time struggle with the divine, in this case, paradise, as a masculine domain. One of the iconic images of Christian art is the mother and child, she tenderly holding this child and gazing into its eyes, and both their heads surrounded with halos. This is an image of God that's very far removed from some of those from the Old Testament, the wrathful, white-bearded man in the sky, powerful arms wielding thunderbolts, eyes blazing. We have been trying over eons to include both the masculine and the feminine in our images of God, with varying success. The forces of male dominance have prevailed in various ways, but the feminine creeps in under the tent walls. In the Jewish tradition, wisdom, as in that reading from Sirach, wisdom is personified as a woman, bringer of all manners of good things, if only one listens to her. The crown she places on you is made of blossoms of peace and perfect health. She showers on you knowledge and full understanding, if only you follow her. And Mary, mother of Jesus, embraced especially by the Catholic Church, not so much by the Protestants. She brings her gentle spirit near the masculine world of the Trinity. She inhabits the kitchen, the laundry room, the back rooms of the house, keeping everything as it should be. And Jesus seems sometimes very feminine in his gentleness, his turning away from violence, his insistence on loving one's enemies. And not everyone likes that image of Jesus. They see that gentleness as weakness. They don't want their God to be weak. Some, like Mel Gibson, dislike this overly gentle Jesus, overly, I should say, in quotes. Instead, portray him rising from the dead. I don't know if you saw that film Mel Gibson made. They portray Jesus rising from the dead as an awesome, vaguely threatening giant, a supremely masculine image. This is all part of the dance that we do. And yet, our mothers, if you think about it, must represent to that infant that we were at one time our first knowledge of God, warm, nurturing, from whom all blessings flow, all attention, all food, all comfort. We all have mothers, and if our birth mother is not available, we may be lucky to find someone else who will love and nurture us as if we were hers. There's a poem about those back rooms of paradise, our mother's rooms. It's called Where I'm From. I am from clothespins, from Clorox and carbon tetrachloride, the Dutch elm whose long gone limbs I remember as if they were my own. I'm from fudge and eye gases, from Imogene and Alifair. I'm from the know-it-alls and the pass-it-ons, from perk up and pipe down. I'm from He restoreth my soul, with a cotton ball land and 10 verses I can say myself. I'm from Artemis and Billy's branch, fried corn and strong coffee, from the finger my grandfather lost to the auger, the eye my father shut to keep his sight. Under my bed was a dress box, spilling old pictures, a sift of lost faces, to drift beneath my dreams. I am from those moments, snapped before I budded, leaf fall from the family tree. We are each made up of such memories, each different, each distinctive, and yet we all know Mother, the universal, the loving, caring one who attends us when we are hurting, who gives us her wisdom in stories, who chides us when we've done wrong, who holds us in her warm embrace and loves us no matter what. As the song says, God has many names. God has many faces. The feminine face of God has been too often overlooked, and it is time to welcome her back into the fold in whatever form she takes, as wisdom, as Mary, Mother of God, as Jesus, gentle spirit, as goddess. Yesterday, I took part in a domestic violence training workshop for volunteers at Apnagar right down the street here. And it's an organization that provides help for women, mostly Asian women. The panel I was on was called Domestic Violence and Religion. Well, during that session, one of the attendees told about her own Hindu tradition in which one of the goddesses, and they have many, one of the goddesses is held up to young women as a model for obedience and domesticity. This, essentially feminine face of God, is sometimes used to justify abuse from a young woman's husband and to make her accepted. But, said this young woman, this goddess is also very strong. They sometimes forget this aspect of her. God is loving and compassionate, and God is fearsome. If we have encountered the divine, we are struck with awe. One of the verses of Sirach reads, "The beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord, the awe of God." The word fear conjures up that feeling a battered woman has about her abuser. Is this the feeling we want to have toward God? I don't think so. I prefer the word awe to fear. I think it is closer to what we feel. Yeats' poem, The Mother of God, speaks of the awe the young Mother Mary must have felt in those moments of reflection about her role. What is this flesh I purchased with my pains? This fallen star my milk sustains? This love that makes my heart's blood stop or strikes a sudden chill into my bones and bids my hair stand up? Mother's container of this awe of creation. Mother transcends our personal issued in some strange way, now lying motionless, voiceless. All these songs of nature, rhythmic, passionate, yearning, coming in music from earth, but not unto earth returning. We are left with our own sense of tenderness toward those who have mothered us, be they our birth mothers or others. Why do we need both Mother and Father God? We need to internalize the values that we associate with each. We need to believe each to be powerful. We won't have to try to take away the gentleness from Jesus. We need in our future world to be able to be both compassionate and strong. Preston Bradley wrote in one of his later newsletters, we talk about real happiness in the world, and I will tell you what it is. It isn't the amount of money you have, for that frequently is unhappiness. No, there is no greater joy in this world than the joy of having the kind of a boy or girl that the world will point its finger at with pride, and you can say, that's my boy, that's my daughter, they are honored. There is no greater happiness than the happiness of a father's and a mother's heart, being proud of their child. That's the supreme happiness, not money, social position, or power. Mother means many things to us. May the great Mother, Father, God inhabit our spirits, enlivening us with all their gifts, bringing us both strength and compassion in abundance. May it be so. And let us rest for a moment in silence.